How's it going, YouTube? It's RJ here, and this is a battle against myself. Well, not really. The team that you're about to see right here, the one that says May, this is my Pokemon Omega Ruby version, and I was going against my competitive team on my Pokemon X game. And it was a really fun battle I had, and I enjoyed this. And the person who was playing as May is actually one of my friends, Antonio. I was doing battles with him, and this battle right here made him quit Pokemon. Not really, he doesn't play Pokemon competitively at all, as you can tell in this, because he does make a lot of new mistakes. However, Antonio, he's a really good sport about this until he realized that I have one Pokemon that he just cannot take care of. And we are about to see this video now. So, I'm playing as RJ, and I'm using a mono ground team with the exception of Tyranitar, and Tyranitar is there to set up Sandstream and then just to take hits. And if I can get a sweep with Tyranitar, because Tyranitar I have set as bold. So that's me right there. I'm really happy with my character. Sending out Flygon. Flygon's there for U-turn and just to take care of anything. And then he was like, this is possibly the worst dog ever. Because he was so mad that Mega Houndoom couldn't do anything. I just go for a Life Orb Earthquake. And he's like, my dog is useless. And these are all my competitive Pokemon. If I saw that Flygon come out, I would have switched out because I knew an Earthquake was coming my way. Then he sends in Sableye. He realized that my Sableye was way too strong whenever I battled him with my Swagger, Taunt, and a whole bunch of other sets. My Sableye is just really good. So he did go for the Swagger, and I do get the Confuse Axe on this one, and it does a lot of damage to me. I snapped out of Confusion, and he gets Earthquake off on me, and it takes out Sableye. Sableye was the only problem that my team had. So we're looking at this from his perspective, but in reality we should be looking competitively battling from the Flygon or the other person's perspective. So he uses Hurricane. Hurricane decimates my Flygon. However, I have one Pokemon to end it all. Gastrodon. Gastrodon is just a beast. And this is kind of a toxic Saw Gastrodon, however, it's really, really fun just to use this. And it has immunity to electricity, and it has immunity to water as well, because this is a Storm Drain Gastrodon. And he gets mad that, he said, how the heck does a slug avoid an earthquake? He said that the next time if he goes out into the middle of a road and there's a hurricane going on and he sees a slug, he's going to be shocked that that slug will avoid a hurricane. So he does go for Hurricane again. It does hit. Gets me confused, however. I run Lumberry on this because I don't like to get Toxic Stalled myself, because that's the only thing that can really hurt this Gastrodon. So my Pokemon is no longer confused. Up 2 with the stockpile. I'm gonna use Recover this turn, so that way I get healed up. And he was so mad that my Gastrodon was just taking hits and avoiding hurricanes. He said this does not work out logically. That a slug cannot avoid a hurricane. And he says if another slug does avoid a hurricane, he's going to go out into a hurricane himself because he would feel most protected. So he goes for Dragon Pulse. Does a crit, is a crit, and that really sucked for me. And I was like, no, a crit. Because that's one of the other things that are going to kill Gastrodon. Also, Grass type kills Gastrodon 4 times weakness. That really sucks. He uses Hurricane again, and it misses. You guys should have seen his reaction. He actually put down the DS for about a good minute, and then he had my other friend go and play for a moment, because he was that disappointed in Gastrodon just killing his team. He was just really mad. So this Slurpuff is my Drain Punching Belly Drum Slurpuff. Not doing any damage to me. I have 3 stockpiles up, using Toxic right now. And I do have Aromatherapy, and I believe they do figure this out. And they get rid of the poison. However, I use Scald. Yep, they do realize that Aromatherapy does kill off any paralysis or poison or any type of status condition. So I started scalding because I was like, what if I get a burn? I got a burn. They were so mad at this. You don't understand. So Citrus Berry does proc for them. They get the Unburden boost. I know all these Pokemon competitively inside and out because they're all my Pokemon. Play Rough does nothing. Verlisify will be so upset with this Slurpuff. But yet again, once again, I'm not battling people who have much experience, and I'm battling them for fun, and they do realize, oh snap, aromatherapy. Let's use that so that way we don't get any more burn damage and our attacks will do a little bit more. Because I do explain to them, burn does cut the attack in half. Scald kills. Gastrodon is not sweeping because once again, Houndoom was taken care of. High jump kick, life orbs. No, it's a jolly nature. Toxic. I believe I'm using recover this turn, and we have a few more turns of this battle. So if Antonio and Christian, if you guys do see this battle, I hope you guys still remember this and enjoy this battle, because this was actually a while ago. So I use recover to heal up all my HP, you know, just to go and annoy them a little bit more. Gastrodon is too much. So if you guys ever think that a slug is a pointless Pokemon, or is a pointless creature in general, just watch this video. Gastrodon is way too strong. They use U-turn. And this right here, I believe they switch into Zekrom. My Zekrom that I use is Naive Nature plus Attack minus Special Defense. Got this from a Wonder Trade, and it was Choice Scarfed, and I really like this. However, I want to switch up its moveset. It's running 2 Electric and 2 Dragon type moves, and I used Scald because I was thinking that the main shower was going to be there. They don't remember that Gastrodon is a ground type. They thought it was a pure water type. Nope. And their Choice Scarf, and they didn't know what Choice Scarf was, and I tried to explain that to them, so they do hard switch back out into main Shao. And by this time, Antonio is so mad at me just because I'm sweeping his team with a Gastrodon. And I told him just to let me finish his team off of Gastrodon, and he was just very upset with that. And he didn't want his team to die to a Gastrodon. So they used knockoff. I have no item on me anymore. I used up my Lumberry to go get rid of that confusion. Even though it wasn't intentional, its purpose is to go get rid of burns or toxic, which are going to go eventually kill me off. And then he forfeits right there because he was tired of his team getting decimated by Gastrodon. And my ground team is actually centered on Marowak and Claydol. Claydol uses Trick Room, Claydol goes down, then I send out Marowak, and I bred so long just to get a competitive Marowak. It was 5 IV, it was HP, attack, defense, special attack, and special defense, even though I don't use special attack at all, and it has 0 in the speed. And I gave it a... what nature did I give it? The one, I believe it's Brave Nature, the one that boosts your attack and lowers your speed. I gave it that nature. So it has 0 speed at all, and it won't be going anywhere fast anytime soon. I use Trick Room, and then as soon as you set that up, Marowak is just extremely strong. You guys don't know how strong Marowak is, and I wish it was used competitively much more often. However, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Antonio, if you do see this, I'm sorry that you guys had to go through this. Christian, if you see this video, he did take the controller, the DS for a few turns, and it was just a little fun battle I had. Gastrodon was my MVP, and I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time.